Hi, and welcome to the keyword research section of the Traffic Bombshell video series. Now, just like every other aspect of business, you don't want to be wasting your time and effort. In the case of search engine traffic, having a good conversion rate, article marketing, all that good stuff, a major factor is going to be the keywords that you choose to target. You really can't expect to get good results unless you do your homework and you know exactly where the traffic is that's interested in what you've got. This is where keyword research comes into play. Just because you are ranking #1 for a certain keyword phrase doesn't mean that you're going to see lots of traffic from it. Some keywords rarely get searched, and even some that get searched highly don't produce money in your pocket. Keyword research isn't a difficult task either. It doesn't even require a huge amount of time. It's really like a one-time thing and you don't have to do it again. Finding the right keyword is broken down into 3 major areas. They are the monthly search volume, the competition level, and if that keyword is a buyer's keyword. First, let's talk about the monthly search volume. There are a number of tools available that can provide you with estimates of the monthly search volumes that keywords receive. Some are free, some are paid for. Here's the thing though, none of these can claim to be 100% accurate. They can only estimate the numbers by certain factors they look at. So spending $100 on a keyword research tool is really not necessary for better results. When doing your keyword research, make sure that you record all the information that you find. I like to use an Excel worksheet. Keeps it nice and clean. You can have multiple columns, one for your keyword, one for what you'd rank your competition level, one for the search volume numbers. And this way, in the end, after you've done all your research, you can really have it all in front of you and be able to choose exactly which keywords you want to go for. I suggest recording every single keyword that is related to your niche that you're targeting now. Later on, like I said, you can choose the main ones you want to target, but just having everything out there just in case you run out of ideas for content, you can always have even those small, tiny keywords. This is the Google keyword tool that you can use to find all the lucrative keywords, the golden nuggets out there that are going to bring you a lot of good money, a lot of good consistent searches and traffic. This is a very important part of the online business steps, so pay close attention. What I want to show you right now is the basic platform of Google Keyword Tool. Remember, this is a free tool. There are paid tools out there, like mentioned, but this has been the only tool I've ever really used to find all the lucrative keywords I've used. So first off, it's just like a search form. Let's think of a niche that we can dive deeper into. We're just going to start with the common example of dog training. And in this video, I'm just going to show you kind of the basic layout here. Let you get comfortable with Google Keyword Tool, explain what a good keyword is, and then in the next video I'm going to show you a live example of me taking a niche, breaking it down, and recording it into an Excel sheet so we can kind of plan traffic and search engine optimization for the best ability. Alright, now with the results coming in here, as you can see, I have it set up for 3 different categories where we have the global monthly searches, the local monthly searches, and the approximate cost per click. You can change these settings in the column section here and have whatever statistics that you'd like. These 3 are really going to tell me exactly what I need to know. The approximate cost per click is going to give me a quick indication if I should build AdSense sites or at least support AdSense sites with these keywords. If you're finding a $5 to $10 cost per click, it's probably a good idea just to throw a few extra pages out there targeting these AdSense keywords, because that's a lot of money per click and easy money. Now the local monthly searches is the amount of searches that are coming from your location that you have selected. In my case, United States. You will find some keywords that have a very low local monthly search and a high global monthly search. This just shows you that other countries are searching this keyword term. Now, one of the first things you want to do when you're doing your keyword research and using this tool is change the match type from broad to exact. Now, the differences here is Broad match type means that it is counting, all these searches count for any time the word dog training is in any type of phrase. Broad phrase. It can be in any section of any phrase, and it counts as a search. If you use phrase, the dog and training have to be together. In broad, it can just be anywhere dog is, anywhere training is in the keyword. Phrase, it has to be dog training in a large keyword. So dog training techniques. All of those 5,400 searches are counting in the phrase match of a global monthly search. Now, the exact is what we're looking for because we want the targeted traffic. And the most targeted traffic for our money buyer keywords is going to be the ones that are typing in only exactly that keyword and nothing else. As you can see, the dog training from broad of 1.5 million global searches drops down to 74,000 exact global monthly searches. So a big difference there. To make your job easier, the Google Keyword Tool offers a few options for downloading, recording, and customizing your searches a little better. First off, when you're searching through your keywords, you're definitely going to want to create an Excel worksheet, some kind of record of your keywords. You want to keep a large list of all these keywords so you know in the future what to write your articles about, what to send target traffic towards, and everything like that. So to record your keywords the easy way, they have a selection box next to each keyword and a star. Now what this does is for each time you select a keyword, you can go to the download button here and click selected. This way you can go through all the keywords suggested, choose the ones that are highly targeted to your niche, and only download those. It'll download and record all the information in the columns that you've requested. In our case, again, the global monthly searches, local monthly searches, and approximate CPC. Now the star that you put next to these keywords is very useful for when you're doing multiple searches down the road. When you search right here, we search dog training. We're going to click dog training, dog whisperer, any of the keywords that we've already selected and we've downloaded. Now we might want to dive into the niche a little bit farther, and our next search might be dog training tips. Now we do not want to double download the keywords that we've done in this first search. So what this star is going to do is it will stay there for your next search. So dog whisperer, if it shows up in the results for dog training tips, you already know that you've already downloaded and you won't select it again. This makes it saves so much time, so you don't have like 4 or 5 copies of the same keyword, because that would happen a lot if you're really diving deep into a niche. The next great feature that Google Keyword Tool has is the include terms and exclude terms box on the left hand side. Now, when you're doing sub-niche searches in, let's say, the dog training niche, and let's say you're going for puppy training, you want to only be finding keywords that are about puppies and training. You don't want to have keywords about adult dogs or adult kennels or anything off the niche of puppy training. So what you can do is, let's say for include terms, you could put puppy training, and it would include all the keywords shown will have the term puppy training in it. It makes it very easy to find sub-niche specific keywords very quickly, and also when you're doing large niche searches, you're diving deep into keyword research, getting thousands of keywords, you're going to want to also use the exclude terms, where in this case, let's say we don't want to sell kennels, so we would exclude the term kennel. And now if you do that, all the keywords that have the word kennel in it will not turn up into the results. So as you can see, we've gotten very targeted towards puppy training now. House training a puppy, potty training a puppy, puppy training tips, training a puppy, puppy potty training, this is an easy way to really dive deep into sub niches, and you're going to get to see that again in this in an upcoming video, in the next video in the series. That's the basic layout of the Google keyword tool. Like I mentioned, in the next video you're going to get to see me dive deep into a niche and break it down and put it into an Excel worksheet in an organized, manageable way. Stay tuned, and we're going to get into the competition research. Determining the keyword's competition is going to be the next step in choosing the right words or phrases you want to target. Now, don't get me wrong, you can definitely rank highly for any keyword out there, but the more competitive keywords are, the longer it would take to actually rank highly for them. This is because there are businesses and other internet marketers out there that have been targeting these keywords for years, and they've established a background of backlinks, reputation, everything like that. Making sure to choose keywords with lower competition is going to help you be able to rank quicker and with much less effort. Now, there are a few factors to take a look at when choosing your competition. Many internet marketers are going to tell you to stick with keywords that have less than a certain amount of competitors, but Traffic Bombshell doesn't give a crap about how many people are targeting your keyword. It's all about focusing on the strength of those competitors. Your complete goal is to rank in the top 3 for search engine results for the chosen keyword, so you only need to focus on being better than the site currently in 3rd. The factors that are important for you to pay attention to are things like page rank, total number of backlinks to the site, quality of these backlinks, the on-page factors, things like that. Once again, you can use a number of tools to find out what your competition has. One of the best tools to use for this, that it can provide you with the quickest competition level indications, is a program called Traffic Travis, and it's free. Here's the free Traffic Travis program. This program has it's done wonders for my internet marketing career, and it's completely free tool. Remember, like I said, we're not looking for exacts here. You might be someone who really likes specifics and things like that. I'm more about I'm looking at the competition and the search volume and the buyer's term as in, is this worth my time? I give it, it's either a yes or a no. There's no in between. If it's worth my time, then I'm going to put my effort into it. If it's not, then it's just another content keyword. So what Traffic Travis does here, they have lots of great options that you can use their program for different things. They have a keyword tool finder, which is just going to be like the Google keyword tool or Google AdWords tool. It's going to give you an idea of search volumes, things like that. They have the search engine tools, which is going to show you the top sites for the specific keywords. So if you want to know what is ranking for weight loss, you just throw weight loss in there, and it'll give you the top sites and kind of give you why they're the top sites. Also has PPC analysis, which will take a closer look at the pay per click features of a keyword. That's about the investment value, how much it's going to cost per click for you if you want to do PPC, and that's different than the keyword research that we're doing right now. It's slightly the same, but there's different specifications that you want to take a look at, so don't worry about that now. They also have page analysis, which is an awesome tool that I use for every targeted keyword that I'm going for. All you have to do is make your website, try and optimize that page for the keyword on page there, and then you put your URL in the page analysis and the keyword, and what it'll do, it'll give you a grade of how well it thinks your page is optimized for that keyword, and it'll also show you like where is it lacking. If it's not in an H1 tag in the header tag, it'll tell you there's no keyword there. This is why you have a B+ instead of an A+, and things like that. So it's a great little tool. Now what we're going to use is the SEO analysis. Okay, you just click on that right there, and it'll bring you to this screen right here. See, I've already done a search, as you can tell. Boxer training. We were talking about in the Google AdWords video just a second ago. The specific dog training, the breed training. So what I did here is boxer training. They got quite a good amount of searches, somewhere around 5,000, 6,000, something like that. But all you have to do is click Analyze, and this is what it'll bring up. What this is here is the top 10 sites that rank for boxer training in Google. Okay? And as you can see right here on the top, it gives you a difficulty rating right off the bat. It tells you relatively easy. This term is relatively easy, 4 out of 5 stars, to get ranked in the top for Google. So, you know, I don't really go by that rating too much, but it's a good little indication, like tell you, okay, this is not going to be that difficult. It also gives you the number of competition on both Yahoo and Google. And remember, we don't really look at that, not for the traffic bombshell system. All we're worried about is these really top 10 and most importantly, these top 3. And as you can see, along with just the website names, what they're given there is a bunch of statistics and features of these websites. It's telling you exactly if these pages are optimized for that keyword, boxer training. Like this top one right here, what we have is the first column is the page rank of the page. See, this one's page rank 2. You know, that's a good indication. If you have a bunch of page rank 5 and up on the top 10, it's going to be kind of difficult maybe to move up there. Also, the next column is age. You know, this is going to tell you how many years old this is. Age can play kind of a role, especially if you're a brand new site. Google likes to have, and search engines like to have you kind of be established. So if you're doing a lot of backlinking in the first month, and you're not moving up at all, you're on the 3rd page, you're stuck there. This is why, if you just wait maybe 3 or 4 months, 6 months, this is why at that point you might get ranked in the top page or the top results, because that age factor kind of kicks in too. And now the next column they have is the backlinks. This is the total number of backlinks to the whole site. For this one, 602. You know, that's really not that many backlinks. It's a relatively new site, as you can see. But the backlinks to the whole site really doesn't matter unless it's just that #1 home page. For the next one, it's backlinks directly to that page. This is around 1,000. They've got the number 2 here as the Buzzle article. It's got, you know, about 28,000 or something. And then the other columns also are something to pay attention to. We've got the number of backlinks that are coming from government sites and education sites. Remember, those play a little bit bigger role in the vote of confidence that that backlink will give. And also it has, if it's, you know, listed in the directories, the DMOZ. That's a very important directory that you need to try and get listed in right away. It takes quite a while for them to actually list your sites because just so many sites are trying to get listed there. It actually plays quite a big, it'll give you a good boost in the Google rankings. Yahoo directory, you can get listed there. That one is, you have to pay for that, but it's definitely worth it in the end, especially if you're looking for a long-term authority site you're trying to build. And these next columns are talking about if the keyword is in the title, the description, see, this one is in the H1 tag, the header tag. And those are really the only important aspects that you need to look at. And this is plenty of information for you to really fully understand if you're going to have a very competitive keyword, if your choices are very competitive, or if they're going to be easy for you. Now, if this top one was listed in the DMOZ, the Yahoo, had in the title, description, and was probably 5 years old, it would probably be much more difficult ranking instead of this relatively easy. One more thing to kind of talk about before we go is look at the actual domain names. Now, if your keyword is boxer training, for example, and 4 out of 5 uses the keyword boxer training in the actual domain name, it might be boxer-training, you know, trainingboxer.com, blah, blah, blah. that can make it very difficult because of that just boost. What we see here is we have the number 2 result is a buzzle. That's an article directory. That means for an article directory you can definitely outrank article directories. And as you see, a lot of these are would be pretty easy to outrank. The number 10 is a YouTube video. Go up, throw a YouTube video on boxer training, throw some backlinks at it, and you might right away automatically be number 10 right there, just for that, not even your main keyword. So Traffic Travis is my favorite program to use for competition analysis because, I don't really like to get too deep into it. Like I said in the beginning, I just am more about, is this keyword a go, or is this keyword just a content keyword? If it's one that I'm going to focus on, then I focus on it completely. And I pay attention to these factors. Definitely pay attention to all these factors, because for you to rank top 3 in boxer training, really all you have to do is look at the page rank, the age, the backlinks, and stuff like that. Is the page optimized, and just beat it in each one of these categories. Get more backlinks to that site in that page. Get listed in the DMOZ, the Yahoo directory. Have your title and description with that keyword. Try and get your page rank up. I know it's difficult to learn how to raise your page rank, and it's only done in once a quarter, but focus on giving quality content, those backlinks, and that page rank's going to go up. The higher other sites look at your site, the higher your page rank's going to be. The age factor, like I said, don't worry too much about that. Just keep working on your site, and as it grows older, it'll give that little boost to you. And it doesn't have to be years old. It just the search engines want to make sure that you're established, and this is actually a site that's going to be delivering constant updated information. They don't want someone just to throw out a site, have 500 articles written by an outsourcer, and you just throw them up all in one day, and then you sit back and there's no activity. Then that's just, that's not what they want to give the results. That would just be too easy. Now that you know how you should go about your keyword research, allow me to explain a great strategy to achieve high search engine rankings. After you have your list of keywords and the competition levels for them, you can determine your money keywords and all the extras. The first keyword that needs to be chosen is a domain name for your website. This keyword is going to be the easiest to rank highly for, so you don't want to waste your choice. You want your domain keyword to get a good amount of searches per month. Around 3,000 exact searches a month is usually a good point to start, but that isn't written in stone. This keyword can be slightly competitive as well. After a few months of work, the main domain will have so much activity and backlinks you can get ranked quite easily with it. I suggest choosing a keyword that encompasses the rest of your website. It will be the main topic that can be broken down into multiple categories. And that's what the next keywords to choose are, your categories. Splitting your main topic up into 3 to 7 categories is what I found to be best. After you've chosen your category keywords, you probably have a couple hundred extra keywords you've recorded that range from 50 monthly searches to thousands, but they might be a little bit more competitive. These keywords are your content keywords. Every piece of content you create from this point on should focus on one of these keywords. Focus on backlinking only 1 to 5 keywords at a time. You don't want to spread yourself too thin and have just 10 backlinks to every page you have. The first one you want to go for is, of course, your main domain. That's our main goal at first, is to get that ranked highly. And then you can start shooting for your category keywords. Once you have all those ranked highly, you can start shooting for your content keywords. Work with the easiest first and just move down the line. So, for example, let's say your main keyword is German Shepherd. The number one goal for you to get this keyword ranked in the top 3 for search engine results. That's your number one goal. It has a decent amount of searches per month, and its competition is definitely something you can overcome. You will be focusing your on-page optimization around the phrase German Shepherd, and you'll be sending the majority of your backlinks to this page using this German Shepherd term as anchor text. And that's at least until you have it ranked in the top 3 or where you want it to be. Then, like I said, you can move on to the next major keywords. Each piece of content that you publish on the web should have a link to your main URL, the German Shepherd URL. Each article, each video, podcast, blog post, whatever it may be, should be pointing to this page. By doing this, you're going to be getting a major amount of backlinks. Not only that, using the traffic bombshell method allows these backlinks to come from a wide range of locations, which really helps in the end.